Today I'm going to give a Tron TRX Dapp update. Kind of what's going on in the Dapp space, what I'm paying attention to. These are mostly gaming Dapps, obviously, that we're going to be talking about. I'm also going to do a full kind of a review of Tron Lounge. I've gotten a lot of requests about Tron Lounge, and I'm going to talk about my thoughts on it and basically why I'm not really messing with it. That's not a good thing or a bad thing, to each his own, but I'm going to also tell you how to be profitable essentially with Tron Lounge. I want to talk for a moment about Wink. A lot of people think Wink is dead. Wink is probably the single best. I mean, they're clearly the market leader right now. In 888, I'm not going to cover 888 mainly because I don't pay attention to 888, but I do own some Wink tokens. And listen, Wink is still paying out. When people say Wink is dead, I mean, I'm going to get 7 TRX a little bit later. I got 619,000 WIN tokens. I probably should buy some more because I think WIN's going to be around. Wink's going to be around for a really, really long time. You know, none of these dApps have really hit mainstream adoption yet, but the reality is, or mainstream crypto adoption, I should say. I mean, the reality is Tron, I mean, it's what, 10, 11, 12 on market cap, coin market cap. I mean, it's a long ways from being, you know, really, really mainstream, but Wink's probably not going to go anywhere. I mean, I think it's going to pay out for a long time. Are we going to earn hyper returns? No, I don't think so. But I do think that it's if you're going to play a gaming Dapp, it's a place where you can play fairly, but at the same time know that you're also going to be able to earn some long-term passive TRX from your play as well, just from you know, mining some of the tokens, the DICE token and whatnot too. I don't even know what I got for DICE. Let's check that out real quick. Haven't checked in so long. DICE. I get 16 TRX from DICE. So there you go. WIN tokens, DICE. I do have I haven't played poker in a while, but I also have their rate token. I'm only getting like 1 TRX. I saw it earlier. I'm getting like 1 TRX. They only have like 1 or 2 tables, not a whole lot. I've been meaning to play it. Maybe I'll play some more in the new year. I really like playing poker on there, but that's just a quick update on Wink. They've got some promotions running and whatnot. They're still active in the Telegram. I mean, they clearly have, you know, active players. So there's one of my subscribers on one of my videos left and said, I think he said he had 500,000 Wink tokens. And there's some of you out there that's got a lot. One of my buddies gets about 1,000 to 3,000 Tron per day from his Wink tokens and his DICE tokens combined. So it's definitely still going. It's probably going to go on for a really long time. Now, when I'm talking today, I'm not really talking about from an investment standpoint, so don't necessarily take it that way. I will talk about the earnings, ability to earn. The thing about Wink is I think that you're most likely going to earn back whatever you put into it. It's just going to take time. It may take months, potentially years, but by all accounts, it looks like Wink should probably be here, I guess. I mean, they're clearly the market leader. All right, let's keep going. BetFury, kind of the new kid on the block, if you will. I'm going to talk about BetFury, what I don't like. I'll give you some updates on news that's taking place with them. I have the diff pools down to 30 million TRX. I've got some tokens of freeze. I'm getting about 190. Right now, I'm just pulling off of BetFury. They run a lot of promotions. Well, before they ran any promotions, let me back up. A lot of people got ticked off in their Telegram group. So, you know, I like to talk about the pros and the cons. So a lot of people got ticked off because divs literally overnight got cut almost in half. And the reason is because the development team froze their tokens. They had a whole bunch of tokens that they didn't have frozen, and they basically froze their tokens. And a lot of people were claiming they just did that because the divs were going backwards. They wanted to pull some of their tokens off, and you know, people were really upset about that. I would agree that it probably got handled poorly. I wasn't overly upset. I mean, the divs were, they were going backwards. We're going to keep earning. What I was more concerned about is, are they going to do anything from here? Was this like the beginning of the end, or are they going to do something? Well, they launched this New Year's Fest, and this was a great contest, and it's still running. I played with it. I actually won the top prize on this magic wheel. I won 2,000 BFGs on this magic wheel. I played twice. One time I won 2,020 BFGs. I took a screenshot and sent it to some friends of mine. Another time I got like the 40 TRX the second time. But basically, this is a great contest. I wish more dApps had contests like this. Essentially, you win magic tickets or what golden tickets, and for every golden ticket you basically win towards the grand prize, which this is the grand prize. And there's 100 prizes total. You can check out the rules if you want to, but the way that you get the ticket is you complete 3 daily tasks, which are all gaming related tasks, or you wager 10,000 TRX and you get a ticket. And basically the person with the most tickets, you just increase your odds of winning when they do the drawing for the prize pool, the prize packages. There's a grand prize. Oh, here's the rule. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. There's a grand prize. Then there's 200 prizes. Blah blah blah. I guess I got 1 ticket. I thought I had 2 tickets. So I guess I've got 1 ticket so far. I'm 1 out of 960. But you can win as many tickets as you want. I really thought this was awesome because I thought this is the kind of thing that like it appeals to gamers. All these platforms need to appeal more to gamers than to the token miners. The token miners come and then they leave. And if you don't quit before all the miners quit, you kind of get left holding the bag. And if the website goes down or the developers kind of exit on you, you're screwed. Hopefully the developers don't exit. They keep developing, they keep producing, they keep running it like a real business. And that's kind of what it looked like BetFury was doing. So I thought that was pretty cool. But then I see this nonsense. They keep running over and over these little promotions. Every few days they run a promotion, 50% off. The other one was mine 3 get 1 or mine 2 get 1 or something like that. They're running all these promotions that basically are causing us just to get diluted really, really fast. And that would be my biggest complaint. You've got to keep mining not to get diluted. And that's just not a very good proposition to try to be profitable with a platform. I'm probably going to ROI. I mean, I think I am. We'll see. I'll get close. If they don't go anywhere, and I don't think they're necessarily going to go anywhere. BetFury is super active in their Telegram. I probably should be good on BetFury because I hope they stick around for a long time, just like Wink has. We'll just have to kind of wait and see what happens. I'm going to get to Tron Lounge in a moment. I'm also going to talk about my favorite Dapp right now, which is one that I kind of missed out on, to be honest with you. But that's BetFury. That's where BetFury's at right now. One thing that I will tell you about BetFury, if you go to their Telegram, it is full of gamers. They're all just gaming. They're all loving it. They're all playing. They're all showing when they win jackpots on the slots. They're just loving it. And that's really what you want to see in a platform. So we'll just have to wait and see. I just hate that they keep running these promotions. They're all mining promotions, all mining promotions, all mining promotions. It's not a good idea when you keep seeing a bunch of mining promotions. At some point, you know, it's just going to dilute you eventually to nothing. All right, so next up is BitLex. I like BitLex. I had some bad experiences in the beginning. I talked about that on this channel before. The first video I did, a couple hours later, the website went down. I went to Telegram. One of the admins were absolute jerks in Telegram. However, since then, they've been running this promotion. It's doing really, really good. I was on the leaderboard for a while. I'm no longer on the leaderboard, so I stopped going after it. But it's a good promotion they're running. It's a very good promotion that they're running. They're giving away up to $15,000 for the first prize. I mean, they're giving away a lot. Crypto Girl, that's a Crypto Girl I know of. She's at $10,000 right now. So, I mean, they go down all the way down to 50 places. 50 places, $600. I mean, I don't know of anyone in the Dapp space running a bigger promotion. I mean, this is just enormous. And it's kind of fun to watch. And I'm shocked that more people, people are sleeping on this thing. This promotion's running until January 28th. So I think it's just going to continue to end. I mean, it's going to continue to go really well. At least until the promotion is done. We'll see where it goes after that. Dividends are pretty consistent. I get about 50 to 150, 200 dividends per day for my tokens. I haven't mined in a while, but I may come back to mine this one after a while because I think BetFury is going to go down. I'm waiting to see if it levels off somewhere. I keep thinking it might level off before I mine it anymore. Right now it just keeps going down, so I'm waiting to see if it levels off. BitLex, I'm just going to pull off of it because I've put in quite a bit to mine these 551 tokens. So I'm just going to pull off for a little bit, but I love that it just does really, really good. It does really good. So I want to talk about Tron Lounge next. And then I'm going to talk about my favorite platform currently. So Tron Lounge. So by the way, I'll put links in descriptions to everything that I'm a part of. If I'm not a part of it, then I won't put a link in the description. I'm not a part of Tron Lounge, so I won't put a link in the description. Listen, if you like Tron Lounge, that's fine. I'll explain to you why I'm not messing with Tron Lounge, but there's nothing wrong if you're messing with it. If you like it and you're playing it, then so be it. One thing that it's a little bit complicated to understand Tron Lounge a little bit. Let's look at the white paper. So the white paper basically, let's go up. It's 5 pages. That's not really a white paper. It's more like just kind of rules of the platform, but that's okay. So why Tron? That's normal. About Tron Lounge. Tron Lounge is a new gaming platform based on the Tron Network blockchain. Creating this platform, we use experiences, blah, blah, blah. We'd like to give 80% of the platform profits to users. Okay, great. The ecosystem, everything comes to the chips. Part of the TLT is burned. The users earns divs from chips. We'll explain that. You earn TLT tokens. You use TLT tokens to buy chips. That's how it works. So, unlike other platforms, you just don't mine the tokens and automatically earn dividends. TLT is a Tron Lounge platform TRC20 token. The token is mined and issued to users as a reward for playing on the platform. Token holders receive 80% of the profits of the entire platform. More info in the div section. As the platform develops, the token will have more and more opportunities, which will significantly increase the value of the token. Token distribution. Total 230, is that million? 230 million TLT. 2 million for the referral system, 2 million for the bankroll of the games, 10 million for early investors, 20 million for developers. That's a lot for developers. 196 million available for mining. Well, I guess that's not so bad when you include 196 million. So, TLT price. We set a fixed token sell price for early investors at 2.5 TRX per 1 TLT. Such a price will guarantee a profit in the game chips. Regardless of your choosing plan, the price will be relevant throughout the entire sale of the token to early investors. Mining. You'll receive 1 TLT for every 500 TRX bet. The cost of mining can be reduced due to the boosters. Now this is the part that kind of raises my eyebrows a little bit. Sorry, let me go back up. Besides developing quality and honest dApps, and by the way, I encourage any of you who are in Tron Lounge, please, please, please show me where I'm wrong. I mean, I've looked at this 2 or 3 times. I've done the math 2 or 3 different ways. I am no way, shape, or form am I right. If you can show me where my math is wrong or something like that, then by all means, please do that. Besides developing quality and honest dApps, our team has thoroughly developed a dividend system. We strive to create a tool for people who wants to have a stable passive income. In result, we got the idea to create a chips dividend, Tron Lounge, please fix your typo, dividend game. Unlike other gaming platforms that reward their users with dividends, we offer a fixed amount of income received for storing chips. This allows you to better plan and manage your investments. We consider it wrong to keep investors in the dark about possible profits, each time hoping for a better result and getting less and less dividends. How does this happen on most other platforms? I think they mean how this happens on other platforms. Anyway, the problem with this sentence is it doesn't make sense. It sounds good, but it doesn't make sense. We consider it wrong to keep investors in the dark about possible profits. Why? Because any company can predict profits? No one can predict profits. I don't necessarily know that there's any proof that Wink has kept people in the dark. Now you could argue something like BetFury freezing the tokens suddenly. They knew they were going to freeze those tokens. They didn't give a warning. They could have. So in that case, yes. But in most cases, no matter what other platform it is, I mean, do you know when players are going to come and play and when they're not going to play? You can't predict that. So it's not wrong not knowing something that's not possible to know. So we consider it wrong to keep investors in the dark about possible profits, each time hoping for a better result and getting less and less dividends. How does this happen on other platforms? What happens from dilution? Duh. They know that. I'll be honest with you. When I read this sentence like 3 times and I thought, there's this weird holier than thou attitude in this sentence, and it just doesn't make any sense. But they're using it to try to sell their perspective of chips. They're trying to sell you on why chips is a good idea. So here's how chips work. Basically, you use the TLT tokens to buy chips. You earn the tokens mining or buying them outright, and when you buy them, you pay 60 TLT for them. And you get, like for this blue one, you pay 60, you get 6 TRX back for 30 days. You get a profit in Tron. This is not fair. It's not total profit. It's really total return. You get 180 Tron back. Your TLT will be gone at that point. They're essentially burned, or you lose them, to buy the chip. The chip is only good for 30 days. Pay attention to that. You swap on Wink or BetFury or BitLex, you swap a ongoing dividend token for something that has a set rate for a set number of time. Now that's not bad, but where's the ongoing passive income? Well, I'm going to get to that because some of you are going to say, well, you can reinvest in more chips. And that is the mathematical error that I see. So this is, and there's nothing wrong with this if you understand this. I'm not certain that everybody understands it. If you understand what I'm going to explain and you still go for it, because I think it's mathematically possible to make a profit here. It's just not mathematically possible to make a very big profit, and you just have to be aware of that. That's it. But the good news is you can kind of predict what goes on because the math is very simple. You don't have to guess when people are going to stop playing. At least, yeah, you don't have to guess that. So let's talk about the TLT tokens for a moment. Let's come down here. I think the white paper said, yeah, this is just roulette. Okay, dice. Okay, it's not showing it. Those are all blockchain games. I think the white paper said it was 500 TRX wagered to get 1 TLT. It's actually 250. I was trying to see where that was at. It's actually been changed. It's 250. They just haven't updated the white paper, which to me is not an amazing sign, by the way. But they haven't updated the white paper. But so let's go look at that. How much does it cost? See, that's the key. If I get back, let's go back and look at this. And this is the part that's not super clear. If I pay 60 TLT and I get 180 in profit, then I've got to make certain that I spend less than 180 TRX to get these TLT. Now, I think you can still buy them for 2.5 Tron. If that's the case, then you can see that you make a profit just in buying them. You make a profit. However, by that logic, it's just an ROI game, which is fine if you know that. And if you don't know what an ROI game means, it means that the sentence that they just set up here is a lie. Besides developing a quality, honest dApps, our team has thoroughly developed a dividend system. We strive to create a tool for people who want to have a stable passive income. In result, we got the idea to create a chips dividend game. Unlike other gaming platforms that reward their users with dividends, we offer a fixed amount of income received for storing chips. This allows you to better plan and manage your investments. We consider it wrong. Oh, sorry. Somewhere in here they said, oh, here it is. 80% of TLT that were spent on chips will be burned. 20% will go back to the total mining pool. Chips holder receive their income every hour, withdrawable till balance of the contract will not empty. Balance of the contract will not empty. Balance of the contract will increase from selling TLT and from getting 80% of the platform's profits. There are no limits in this game. You can buy so much chips as you wish. When the lifespan is in, chip will burn. Okay. Clearly they're not English speakers, but that's okay. So that's just saying at the end of the 60-day period or the 90-day period or the 30-day period, the TLTs are gone. The TLTs are spent to buy the chips are gone, essentially. And that's all you're going to earn for this one blue chip. If it costs 2.5 Tron to get this, and if they're still, I'm not certain if that's still the promotion. I can look on the website in a minute. If it costs 2.5 Tron, then you're basically going to spend 150 TRX and earn 180. So the question is, where does the extra 30 TRX come from? Well, it's coming from the platform. At some point that runs out. They're saying that ultimately they want to improve the value of TLTs so that they can sell the TLT like on an open market for more, say 10 Tron each or something like that. And if they did that, they could afford to pay you back. But at that point, why would you ever get the chips and earn dividends? Why wait for your money over 30 days? Just go sell them yourself. So that doesn't make any sense. Clearly what this is just ROI. It's just you're going to put in X amount and you know it's going to at some point run out, and at some point the whole thing becomes insolvent. Now, some of you are looking at this and you're like, what about boosters? What about reinvesting? Okay, I'll get to that. But it's not going to matter. It's important to understand, same thing with this blue one. You spend, by the way, if you gamble for these, if you game on the game, like dice for example, so on dice, there's a, let's see, how much does it cost? So it's going to cost roughly 3 TRX per 100 Tron. So you're paying, there's a 5% chance of winning, but they're only paying you on basically 2% of that. So there's like a 3% edge built in, which means over time, for every 100 Tron wagered over a large enough number of bets, you're gonna lose 3 Tron, which means that means roughly 250. Sorry, let's go back. 3, 6 and a half. So about 7.5. So it's going to cost you about 7.5 TRX to mine 1 TLT token. 7.5 TRX is what it's going to cost you if you do enough bets over a long enough period of time. If you do enough bets over a large enough period of time, you're going to lose about 7.5 Tron on the wager. It's important that you know that. So that's about what your TLT is going to cost you from mining. So by that logic, from mining it, you're going to spend over 420 TRX to get these TLT, and you're going to get back 180. That's a losing proposition. In that case, it is sustainable for a long term because you're going to always lose. You're never going to make your money back. Now, some people are going to say, yes, but I can mine 1,200, or maybe I can mine 9,000, and I can use these profits to buy more chips, and I can use those chips and those earnings to buy more chips, and those chips and those earnings to buy more chips. Yes, you can do that, and that will work as long as there's enough losers, meaning people actually losing. There's enough losers coming into the system to pay out. At some point, you're paying out money that they're not going to have. They don't have it. You can't compound something for nothing forever. When there's not enough new volume coming in, it's going to be over with at some point. Now, if you know that and you're playing it that way, that's fine. The thing I don't like is Tron Lounge. At least when the old ROI games, the P3Ts and whatnot, at least you knew that. It was very clear on the website. But here, it's not even clear on the website. In fact, they claim that it's going to go on forever. Somehow they claim they're going to sell these TLT tokens, I guess, for more profits. But if that was the case, why in the world would you even worry about waiting to get your 90 days when you could just sell your TLT tokens? If, in theory, you could sell them for 10 TRX each. If you could sell them for 10 TRX each, why even wait? Just sell them. Why get less in 90 days when you could just sell them? So now, with that being said, there's some dividend boosters and all that stuff that you can take into account, and that can help as well, but you got to do the math on it. So like when you come to mining, let's see. Yeah, they're still doing the 2.5. Okay. They have, where's it at? They have the boosters somewhere. Chips. Is this it? No. Where's it? I saw this up here earlier. Okay, I'm not seeing it right now. They have the boosters. Basically, you can pay like 500 Tron, increase the speed by 3 times for like 7 days. That's fine. That could potentially work for you, but you just have to do the math on the 500 Tron. You have to have a bankroll big enough to be able to, make certain that you're mining enough to get back, to overcome the 500, the amount that you're spending on the booster, et cetera, et cetera. So at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything that's really, truly going to be long-term sustainable here. But that doesn't mean, like, if you know that going into it, so be it. I'm not playing it. I'm not telling you do what you want to do with your Tron. Don't follow my advice. I mean, I'm putting out a video a little bit later talking about the 3 best investments of 2020. They're the 3 best investments as I see it. But don't don't take my advice, do your own research. But that's why I have that's why I'm kind of steering away from. I'm trying to look at something that is going to be able to pay out for a long time. Even if I don't ROI, if I don't, get back what I put into it right away, I just want to know that I'm going to get it back eventually. So with that being said, let's talk about a platform that I'm kind of mining right now, Moolah. Now, I absolutely do not like the token behind the Moolah token, the Upstate token. That's another thing that's kind of a garbage. They promise you you're never going to lose, blah, blah, blah. The UDC token, it's ridiculous. Don't buy into it. I think that whole concept is garbage. But that caused me to stop playing on their platform for a while. However, they pay out good, consistent divs, and they've been paying out for like weeks and weeks. And very few people have talked about Moolah. I was over here a couple weeks ago. I logged in because this is one of those sites I hadn't been there for a while. I mined a few tokens and then I didn't mine anymore. And you can take your tokens off the platform, but if you take them off the token, you can never refreeze them to earn dividends, is how I understand it. You can also buy the token on their website, the Upstake website, I think is the website, Upstake something. You can buy the tokens, but any tokens you buy, you can't freeze. So essentially, they're just like Betfair in the fact that the token is kind of a centralized token. You can't buy them on outside exchange and freeze them and earn dividends, which from a gaming dividend standpoint is fine, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of things on here that don't make a lot of sense. Like, I don't fully understand. They're not very transparent on how this graph changes. Like, for example, I thought this was the current mining rate right here. This is not the current mining rate. This is the average mining rate, I think, over 30 days. But if you come and look at somewhere, I was able to look at history. I don't see it now. I was able to pull up like a 30-day history, and you can see that some days the mining rate is ridiculous, and some days like it'll be 200 TRX wagered for one. Another day it'll be like 14 TRX wager. And the thing is, like, if you go mine the token now, the mining rate can go up. So like the other day I mined 700 tokens, but by the time I got the token, the rate had somehow went up, and I ended up getting instead of getting 700 tokens, I got like 400 and something. So it's just a little bit inconsistent how that works. But when you get the tokens, it doesn't take a big div pool to have a decent earning. I mean, not at all. So like I got yesterday, they had a little tiny pool. I got 1.7 TRX, but today it looks like I'm going to get 27. The day before yesterday, I had 80 TRX. It's paying pretty good, and it's paying pretty consistent. I got a buddy of mine who has about 6,000 tokens. He told me that, in fact, it's Mind of Tron. Go check out his channel, Mind of Tron. Mind of Tron told me that he's getting about 300 to 400 TRX per week with the token. Again, some days are like really low and some days are really high, and I think that's because of their unique little jackpot they have going on. So their jackpot's pretty cool. It's basically a 6-hour or maybe it's 4-hour jackpot, and the way it works is, so see this previous high? The previous high was 1.9 million. This is great to incentivize play, and I love this because this is the kind of thing that incentivizes play without diluting the tokens. That's what I love about it. So they're not doing like a mining, event or something. So here's what happens. This person is the leaderboard, is the leader. He's going to get 20,000 Tron when this thing kicks down to 4 hours. This person, if they stay here, they're going to get 10,000 Tron. As long as the total wager amount doesn't exceed 1.966. That's what this is counting down right here. If the total wager amount before this 3 hours and 9 minutes is up, if the wager amount exceeds 1.99, then what's going to happen is it's going to carry over for another 6 hours. And it's going to just keep going. And so there's this incentive for people just to keep playing, trying to stay at the leaderboard. And I've seen this thing go up to hundreds of thousands. So, by the way, the strategy for this, because I was trying to play for it the other day, I think the strategy is try to play for it at night or in the mornings. Try to play at odd hours when volume overall on the site is low and a lot of people aren't playing. In other words, don't be playing like in the evening times in the US if you're trying to win. Wait until it's like, after midnight or even later, when the volume tends to be a little bit lower on the site. That's when you would want to try to play and hopefully try to snag it. I mean, there's some nice prizes up here, that's for sure. I mean, that's for sure. And here's the thing. So they've wagered 255 25,000 Tron, right? If you can win the leaderboard, you have a chance to like literally be net positive. Well, here's what I mean by that. So for example, come here, come to dice. So with dice, roll under, same thing, right? This is the same payout as we saw on Tron Lounge. So it's about a 3% edge in the house's favor. So that means, let's see, do the math. There we go. So let's do the math. So the jackpot right now, 256. 115 times 3%. So that would cost them, if they were mining the smallest amount like this right here, that would cost them about 7,000 Tron, 7,683 Tron. But look, they're going to get a prize of 20,000. That's highly profitable for this person. Let's check out this person. Assuming they don't just gamble it away and they're actually mining, right? And if you don't know what mining is, it means that you put the highest chance of winning and you put a small enough bet. I like to go like 1% to 5%. You do a small enough bet to give you a chance to get hundreds, if not thousands of bets wagered, so that the math works out in your favor. Because anybody can win or lose in the short term. You got to do a large enough sample size, a large enough bet, hundreds and hundreds of bets, maybe even thousands of bets to make certain the math works out in your favor. But then you're going to end up running a 3% edge, which means on average, if you get enough bets for every 100 Tron wagered, you're going to lose 3 Tron to the house on average over a large enough bets. And what ends up happening is this is the amount wagered, so 3% of this basically went to the house. So 3%, we can just do the math here. 3% of 100,000 is 3,000. So this is like 3,600 Tron right here to get a possible 10,000 Tron payout. Now, where this gets tricky is this is low still. In 3 hours, my guess is they're going to surpass this previous wager high. Let me show you how that looks. So, triggered. The jackpot gets triggered once, see, this is the amount that got, and this amount is smaller than the previous high. So, starting right here, this was the high. The total jackpot was the amount was this much. At the end of 6 hours, this was the new amount. So it basically set a new high. So since there was a new high, it extended the jackpot for 6 hours. And look, they set a new high. So it extended it for another 6 hours. And they did not set a high. Basically, somebody just quit and gave up. A lot of people did. So all of a sudden, this triggered the jackpot. And once it got triggered, by the way, this is why we had, some good dividend days here yesterday, because the people were going after that jackpot. The jackpot got paid out, 109,000, which I think 20% or something like that. This percentage gets carried over to start a new jackpot, setting the new high. The first high was 892,000 Tron. It ran for 6 hours. At 6 hours, a new high was set, so it gets extended for another 6 hours. And they set a new high. Look at this. This new high barely got set. So this thing might kick off, or we'll see if they're going to set a new high. We'll have to wait and see. But if they set a new high, then it kind of carries over. So that's the great thing about this from a gaming theory standpoint. It is really smart to incentivize people just to keep playing. So I've mined some of these tokens. I'm probably going to mine a few more. Basically, I just try to keep some passive Tron coming in. BetFury, I think, is going to pay in for a while. Wink is obviously paying out. Bitlex, I think, is going to pay for a while. And now I'm going to get another platform. I want to start. Oh, look, it's up, 27. I think it's going to keep creeping up. I want to get some more. I want to start getting closer to like 100 a day. So I'm going to keep mining this token for a while. The other thing that I like about this token is their referral program. All the programs have referral programs, but they're typically closed. They're not closed-ended. Check this out. So this is pretty. Now, there's a lot of things I don't understand on the platform. So like I don't fully understand how they figure out the mining rate. I do understand the jackpots and all that stuff. I don't fully understand the mining rate and how they set the price of the token mining. But check this out. So this is limited. This isn't not like a referral for life. And if you get some referral who's a whale, and they mine like 1,000,000, they wager like 1,000,000 TRX. This is not lose, this is wager, which means they only need about 3,000 TRX, to basically wager 100,000 when the edge is 3%. I want to make sure you understand what that means. It means if they do enough small bets, if anyone wagers 100,000 TRX at once, they can win it or lose it. They can double up and get 200,000, or they can lose it and get 0. But if they wagered, say, 100 TRX 1,000 times, chances are, if they had, they're probably only going to lose about 3,000 TRX. Statistically, somewhere around 3,000 TRX. So literally, it would only take about 3,000 TRX to wager this, but they cap, all you're going to get for referral is going to be 60 tokens. And the most you can get in a given day, you can have 10,000 referrals. But the most you're going to earn for one day is going to be 100 UPDC. I mean, not that that's a small thing or a big thing, but it's kind of cool in a way that they cap that, because it shows that the platform is trying to stay more player focused. Like Tron Lounge, I'm just going to tell you point blank, this is a whales game and a promoters game. The only way to guarantee, it's a promoter game first. You promote this thing, you're getting free tokens for everyone when you promote it. You're getting free tokens when you promote it, which is awesome. But everything that you earn on those free tokens, when you get 320 TLT tokens, that's awesome. Go buy this orange one chip, you can get 24 TRX a day for 60 days, that's awesome. It's a promoter's game for sure. It's not focused on the players. I have nothing against promoters. Please, dear God, I have nothing against promoters. But I wanna be a part of something that might have some longevity in it, I'm hoping. Now, I'm not saying Moolah is going to have longevity, just so you know. I just think this is a good sign. And at this point, Moolah has been around for a while. And I think I've kind of underestimated them because I hate their token. I hate the Upstake token. I hate what it stands for. I don't hate what it stands for. I hate the fact that it's impossible. The Upstake token, what they're trying to do is impossible. Mathematically, economically, it's just impossible. But that's neither here nor there. There's a reason people have a hard time selling that token on an exchange. But the fact they limit the referrals is super cool. I will put my referral link down in the description of this video, as well as for Bitlex, Betfury, and Wink. Thank you so much for watching. Just be safe in this space. Have fun first, play second, and don't swing for the fences. Diversify. Know that, a lot of these platforms they don't last, they go down. If you think crypto is high risk, the Dapp space is excruciatingly high risk. It is way more high risk, but it's kind of fun. It's fun to try to earn passive income. It's fun to watch businesses develop. We've literally watched Wink develop, which is kind of fun. Those of us that have been here for Betfury, we're watching them develop in real time. It's kind of fun to watch. We'll have to see where they go. We'll have to see if they last, but whether they succeed or fail, I'm going to be on the front lines watching it, being a part of it. And to me, that's super cool. Now, I want to tell you about something that I'm going to be doing on my channel. I talked about this I made a post on my community tab. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Let's stick around for a while. Let's talk, because we're watching crypto unfold together. One of the things I talked about on my community tab is I'm going to start putting up content on my channel that I'm wanting that content to kind of rank well and to be discovered. One of the best things about YouTube, this came up recently a while back with the whole crypto temporary ban that occurred over New Year's. And one of the things about YouTube is the fact that the content is discoverable by other audiences. So I'm going to start putting up content that can be discovered for people that are looking at different types of content, uncrypto related. But in the content, I'm going to create some crypto content. For example, I may do a video talking about earning passive income. And towards the end of that video, I'll talk about how you can earn passive income with cryptocurrency. Primarily, I'll talk about things that are a little bit safer than dApps, like freezing Tron, things like the BNB token, different tokens like that, maybe Tezos or whatever, different tokens that you can stake IOST, where you can stake and earn a return. I'll be talking about stuff like that potentially. Or my next video, I'm going to be talking about the best 3 or 4 investments of 2020. 3 or 4, I think I've got 4 now that I've listed. 3 of the 4 investments are more traditional style investments. And I'll be talking about specific things about the investments. These are all investments that I have experience with. But one of those investments for 2020, I think, is going to be crypto. And so it's about taking content that a mass audience may be searching, but in there, introducing them or dropping seeds, if you will, about cryptocurrency, trying to create more mass awareness. I want to do my part, and I want us to do our part as a community to create more mass awareness with cryptocurrency. Now, I may need your help on this because keep an eye on the comments. We may be getting people, if my goal, if I can make this work, we're going to be getting comments and questions in the comment section from people that know nothing about cryptocurrency. So I would appreciate it, those of you, some of you that are in the know that can help with this, don't hesitate to respond to people if they ask questions about crypto because they don't know the answer. They may say, how do you get your money out of that? And you might, have to just simply tell them, hey, set up an account at Coinbase or set up a wallet, and if you could give links or information to help them be able to get what they need. I would appreciate if you can help me do that because I want to do our part to create more awareness of cryptocurrency because before this technology can truly succeed, then the mass public has to become aware of not only the technology, but they have to become aware of the benefits of a true decentralized cryptocurrency or Dapp platform. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss my very next video. Have a great day, everyone.